Hey guys, this is Joe McBride, and I've been selling Tritoons for over 10 years and would like to point out a few key considerations when you're shopping for a new boat. The first thing is you want to look at the structure of the boat, so the underside. Key things you want to look for: what type of log does it have? Standard, what you see on 90% of boats, is a round log that's connected to the underside with what's called an M bracket. This is the most common, and it's a tried and true way of manufacturing a pontoon boat. The next thing you'll see is you will see a U-shaped log. The nice thing with the U-shaped log is that it prevents the need for an M bracket, and it bolts directly to the underside and the cross members of the boat. The downside to a U-shaped log, a lot of times they may be a hair bit slower, not by much, maybe a mile or an hour. The round log, typically you have a little bit more speed, and they come in a 25 or 27 inch diameter. If you're purchasing a boat in a popular lake that has a lot of traffic, maybe has some rough water, premier Tritoon manufacturers will offer a larger diameter pontoon. These are 27 inch diameter logs. Standard is 25 inch, and that works great on probably 80% of your lakes and rivers across the country. The other 20% that has rough water, I'd recommend going to a 27 inch diameter pontoon, and most premier Tritoon manufacturers will offer that in their lineup. On outboard powered Tritoons, typically an engine is going to be one of three brands: Suzuki, Mercury, or Yamaha. Suzuki has overall awesome reliability and typically has the longest warranty. They're a 5-year standard warranty. Mercury has some cool features such as their racing engines, so they're very popular when you're wanting a little more high performance or on a twin engine boat. They really have a nice joystick system. Yamaha has some great options as well. They were one of the first to come out with a digital steering, and that provides a phenomenal experience to the driver. Most premium manufacturers are going to have a ski tow bar that's either standard or an option for all your skiing, tubing, water sports, all the fun stuff. Ladders, we got great 5-rung deep ladders to make getting in and out of the boat a breeze now. As we look at this ski tow bar, it's even got a fender holder, so just provides a lot of neat ergonomic storage. This one even has a drop down powered platform for your cooler. Tritoon fencing is typically made of two materials: your traditional aluminum, which the positive of it's very durable, it's not as expensive, it's been around for forever and works great. Over here you've got fiberglass. The positive of it is it looks great, it's heavier, so typically you have a great ride. The downside, due to the construction, you lose probably 5 inches on each side, so you lose a little bit of room inside the boat. Typically a fiberglass Tritoon is a little more expensive. One common question we get on the Tritoons is about entering and exiting the boat. Most all manufacturers will have a center gate. This particular boat actually has 4 gates, one on the port side, which is fairly common, and one on the starboard side. The plus of having one on the starboard side is no matter what the wind conditions are or how you have to dock the boat, you can get off on either side. The disadvantage, you lose seating space here. Almost all manufacturers will have a gate on the back side to help if you're actually getting in the water or doing some type of activity. You might come into the showroom and ask, what makes the interior and the vinyl better or worse in a different boat? A few key considerations. Does the vinyl have a top coat? Does it have double stitching? Does it have a great warranty? All top tier manufacturers will have a warranty on the vinyl. They do vary. The next common question: what kind of storage does the boat have? What makes it better or worse? Drainage from water intrusion is a big deal. Does it have a way to drain? Does it have adequate room? Does it have a good hinge on it? These are all things to consider while you're evaluating the quality of the boat you're looking at. As we come back and we're talking more about storage, does it have an in-floor storage? Most manufacturers either offer the standard or have an option. Does it have a table? Same thing. Most manufacturers have an option for a table base to be installed so you can eat, drink, enjoy the lake. So we move over here Cup holders. Does it have room for all your drinks and your friends' drinks? Might not seem like a big deal when it's you and your wife, but pack all the kids and grandkids and friends, you need room for that. That leads us into, what floor plan would you like? This is a very personal question. How do you visualize yourself using the boat? Is it going to be you and a couple of friends? Then your seating capacity isn't quite as important. Is it you and the whole family? Well, then your seating capacity is very important. The cool thing on all the boats is there'll be a little sticker, typically under the console, that tells you the capacity of the boat. Pay attention to that when you're shopping. It'll save you a lot of time. This boat that I'm standing on features a classic L-shaped floor plan, meaning you can sit right here, face the person that's driving, gives you a great conversation point. If you're looking for potentially more room and like to have a second captain's chair, a very popular model is a 2 captain's chairs with loungers in the front and the back. So make that decision based on how you see yourself using the boat. We have a few different options when you're talking about biminis and sun protection. I'm standing under a powered bimini, which means it goes up and down with the touch of a button. The advantage of that is the convenience. The downside really only is cost. Next to me, we've got a standard bimini. The great thing with that, it's foolproof, gives you lots of coverage, and it's the most economical option. Beyond that, we do have a fiberglass or aluminum powder coated tower. That provides a really sporty look. Really, the downside to that is it's the most expensive option. Creature comforts are a key consideration to enjoy your day out on the water. Foldable armrest, storage areas, put your valuables, keep the clutter out of the way, even trash can. When you're trying to decide on the boat, visualize where things are going to go and pick a floor plan with the creature comforts that fit you best. A key consideration when shopping for a Tritoon is, how do you like the helm? A couple things to think about. Does it have a GPS unit? Allows you to safely navigate the lake, whether unsafe boating conditions or nighttime navigation. It's a key consideration. Does it have a tilt steering wheel? How well can you see out of the boat? Does it have a windshield? Does it have a flip-up bolster? How comfortable will you feel navigating out of this boat? Does it have a raised helm? These are all key considerations when shopping for a new Tritoon. One of the final things I want to talk about, the nuts and bolts of the boat, the battery system. Does it have a dual battery setup? This allows for a built-in backup and means you're never going to be stranded out on the water. I hope this information helped you. There's a lot of different key considerations when you're shopping for a Tritoon. If you do have questions, my name's Joe McBride. Feel free to reach out to me.